Hi, I'm Victor Medina with the Medina Law Group, and this is our weekly video blog for March 28th, 2016. Just a couple of items on the video blog today. The first is, I wanted to include a link to a New York Times article from earlier in March talking about devising a tax strategy for people that are in retirement. You know, one of the things that we work on with our clients is a holistic look at their estate planning, at their life planning, to make sure that they're not only taking care of issues related to document production, making sure they have the right kinds of documents in their legal planning, but also that the course that they're setting on is the right one for them. We do spend a lot of time talking about income taxes because income taxes really do take the largest bite out of people's retirement. So I think it's a great article and I think you should take a look at it. The second thing that I wanted to talk about was the 4 costs of estate planning. Many times people ask, how much is it going to cost? And they're focusing on the upfront cost of it. Whatever it is. It could be a power of attorney, it could be a will, it could be a trust. But they're looking at the upfront cost to purchase a plan, when in fact there are 4 costs associated with estate planning. Certainly the first cost is how much it is, the cost to put a plan in place and put your documents in order. But then there are 3 more costs that we're worried about. The first cost has to come in with the cost of asset titling or transferring your assets so that they're part of your plan. See, you can't just draft a document and think that it takes care of everything. Many times you have to integrate your assets with that plan. Sometimes you can pay somebody to do that, or you're left to do it on your own. And many clients who work with us make sure that their home, for instance, is titled in a way that works with their plan, because deed preparation is sort of like legal work, and that makes sense. The rest of the assets, they can either do on their own, or they could ask us to help, but we want to make sure that those assets are working with the plan so that there aren't any gaps along the way. The third cost, has to do with the cost of updating. So we could take a plan and make sure that it is perfect in the year 2016. But then things change. People's life circumstances change. It could be that the laws change. And so that plan, sort of like a piano, falls out of tune. And it takes small tweaks in order to bring it back in. But if you were to play that plan, it would sound terrible, much like the piano that's out of tune. So the third cost is the cost of updating. The fourth cost are the costs associated with estate administration, and that's a huge one because most practitioners will charge some form of a percentage of the assets under management, or worse, they could be charging on an hourly basis, in which case you have no idea how much it's going to cost in the end. And so one of the things you want to make sure you control for is asking, how much is my estate going to be charged after I'm gone? Will I be charged a flat percentage? Will any of the fees be capped? And so we want to make sure that that's something that is looked at in the whole spectrum of costs associated with estate planning. One of the things that we're proudest of in our firm is that, well, there is a charge for doing upfront planning, and then we do a plan for maintaining or integrating the assets and make sure that it stays in tune along the way. And then we cap our fees at the end for our clients so that the estate administration fee is something that the clients know about up front. They understand what their estate is going to be charged when they ultimately transition and need to do that work. So those are the 4 costs with estate planning, and I hope that this is informative for you because many times we're focusing on the upfront cost of it when we should be looking at all of the costs involved and making sure that we've accurately captured the best deal when it comes to estate planning. So remember, upfront, making sure our assets are titled the right way, updating, and then final estate administration. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I want to thank you for watching and have a great day.